Gary, just a couple of days away from the start of a new season. How much are you looking forward to what the next 9 months may bring?
Really excited. I think always at the start of a new season there's that hope and expectation of what could happen. But as we know, over the course of a long season, League One, there's going to be highs and lows. We have to be ready for all of the fun and the excitement that's coming. And it starts on Saturday, a really difficult away game at Doncaster.
And we head to Doncaster, who were promoted last season as champions. They'll come into the game with great confidence as well. So what can you expect for that challenge?
Yeah, I think it's a difficult opening game. To be away from home is always tough. To face a team that's just came up from the league below, I think they come up with momentum. Obviously the team that won the league, then they're very confident. They know how they play. That gets them results. So we have to be ready for that. I think it will be a really fast start to the game with the home crowd. We're ready for the challenge. We know exactly what they're going to bring, and now it's about what we do and how we use our experience. I think this is our fourth season in League One now. We know what's coming, so we have to use that experience to our advantage.
And looking at us, we had an unbeaten pre-season campaign that will surely give us confidence going into that game as well, especially beating Swansea, on Saturday.
Yeah, I don't think the results have a huge bearing on it. I think it's always important to win, and I stress that throughout the whole of pre-season, no matter who we're playing. But the pleasing thing throughout pre-season was the process and the performance in games, where we did different things in all the games. It wasn't just we played the same way every game. We adapted how we played, both in and out of possession, to give us the options we're going to need over the course of the season. And Saturday throws up straight away a game where we have to be ready to play a certain way, and that's going to be the case for 46 league games.
I'm sure it's not going to be easy to pick that lineup for the first game. You've brought in 9 players so far in the transfer window, 7 fresh faces, and obviously John Lee and Kev from last season. Are you happy with how the business has gone so far?
Yeah, I'm happy with how it's gone. I still think we need another few players to try and put some depth into the squad. A really pleasing aspect of pre-season has been the young players that have came up and shown a quality, shown a high level of physical fitness, and they have really integrated well with the group, better than any other year that we've had in terms of the young players that have come in. So that's been a really positive aspect, and a lot of those players will be involved on Saturday in some capacity, whether they're starting or finishing. So that can only be a positive thing, that we have young academy players in the group, but we also need some players back from fitness. Obviously Josh and Sweens would be the big names that have been out longer term, and we need them to come back into the group to make the group stronger in terms of numbers, and probably add a few more as well.
What can we learn from last season, and take into this coming season as well? The things that you can look at last year and think, that we can avoid that, or things we can work on?
I think both seasons we've started really well, so I think that's a good thing that we've had, where we start really well, and then when the season gets into the winter months, and when the injuries come, and when the suspensions come, and when the games kind of get tougher, and there's a kind of backlog of the load and the excitement of the start of the season going, I think that's where we really need to be better. But we've always started these seasons well. We know exactly what we are in terms of our identity as a team and how we want to play, and I think that gives us a huge advantage early. Then once teams start to work us out a little bit, and like I said, the squads get stretched, that's where we need to be better as a club. And we've made some changes that hopefully, when that comes, we're prepared for those moments.
You can see from training and being around the building that the atmosphere in the squad is brilliant, and they all get on so well on that. And is that as equally as important, that you have that really tight-knit squad?
Yeah, it's important. I think we've done a lot on that, and the culture and what we want to be in terms of our behaviours and around the training ground every day. What I will say to that is nobody's been dropped yet. Nobody's not missed a game yet. Everyone's got their minutes, and now it gets real. People are not going to be starting on Saturday, and we have to now as a team be really strong in that regard in terms of, you know, starters and finishers and how important each role is and how that's going to change in different games. So the group, whilst it's been very good, we haven't been tested yet, and I'm sure we'll be ready for it when it comes. But the tests, yeah, they're coming on Saturday, and then after that it's Saturday, Tuesday, you know, for the rest of August after the Blackpool game, and we have to be ready for those moments, and that's when you really find out the real culture and the strength of a team.
Squad numbers were released this week, and obviously the standout will be that the number 9 is back for Jaden Wareham to wear, and with the blessing of the Stansfield family. You know, a big moment for the club, that really.
Yeah, really big. And when Jaden first asked me, I told him the whole story about Adam and what he meant to the football club, and Jay coming back and me managing Jay and his hat-trick against Morecambe, and you know what the number 9 shirt really means to this football club. It's an iconic shirt anyway at any football club, but I think here it's even more special. I stressed that this wasn't my decision, it wasn't the club's decision, this would be the Stansfield family's decision, and thankfully they were right on board with it. They were Gig, Stano's mum and Jay's grandma was really pleased to see a number 9 back. She said she wasn't a fan of false 9, she wanted a number 9, so it was great to hear her say that, and it was great to see Jaden and the Stansfield family, you know, together and to pass that on. I thought it was a really special moment, and I'm sure he's a young player that's hungry and will, you know, make the family proud. We will obviously have a number 9 on the pitch, and we will have something to remember Stano by on that shirt every single game. So it's a really important thing for me, for the club, and like I said, it'll be great to see a number 9 scoring goals for Exeter City again.
I'm sure you're not going to want to give too much away ahead of the weekend, but you know, how are we looking injury-wise going into the first game? A few players maybe had a little disjointed pre-season and we didn't see so much. Have you got any updates on those guys?
Yeah, some have had disjointed pre-season and missed little bits. Sweens and Josh are obviously longer-term injuries that have came back into the fold, that probably don't have enough match minutes, but everyone else, there's a few little question marks. Everyone else is fit, and we'll pick a squad and prepare them tomorrow and make the long travel up north.
Speaking of the long travels up north, and we'll mention that a lot this year, but over 550 tickets have already been sold for Saturday's game. You know, again, it's a long trip for the supporters in a time where they could be, you know, on the beach or on holiday and things. It's impressive, isn't it?
You'd rather be at Doncaster though than on a beach or on holiday. Obviously. So yeah, look, we say it every week, but I think until you're down here and you appreciate the travel, and you know, we travel on a luxurious bus on a Friday and get to a fantastic hotel and get well looked after. The supporters leave very early in the morning sometimes to get to a game, and what they do is incredible, and we will need them on Saturday, and we'll need them for every game this season, because they're a huge part of what we do.
Football's always a game of ups and downs, and 9 months is a long period. Do you have a message for the supporters ahead of the new campaign?
Yeah, strap yourself in. The roller coaster goes again. We have to be ready for it. We have to embrace the highs and lows of a season and be ready for every challenge. We know at this level we are an underdog. We know we're a smaller club in terms of size, but that should not stop us from wanting to achieve and want to try and get everything we can out of this season, and we need to do it together. I think any time we've had difficulties, when we stick together, we always get through them. So it's going to be everyone together and try and achieve as much as we can.